Welcome back. We're glad to have our first guest today. We have lead agent Elizabeth Long and division agent Chad Robinette. They're from Exit Realty, Bob Lamb and Associates, and they're here to talk to us a little bit about Homes for Heroes. So, doesn't matter which one answers, but can you tell us a little bit about Homes for Heroes? Because a lot of people have never heard of this.
Sure. Homes for Heroes is a national organization that was created after the tragic events of 9/11 to thank the veterans and first responders from that day. So when a real estate agent is an affiliate with Homes for Heroes, when a buyer or seller works with one of us, they get a thank you check back after closing as a thank you for their service.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so normally, I had a buyer close in October. So the average check that the buyer gets at closing is about $3,000.
Wow.
So it's very helpful. In my particular situation, they were able to put that towards an HVAC.
Oh, wow, that's really cool.
To
I was
redo their
going
house.
to ask about that because can it be used for anything that the house needs, or it's not going to closing costs
It's
per
not.
se?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Because some people might get confused by that, going, "Oh, we're going to get assistant with closing
Yeah,
costs."
so what happens is we work with Homes for Heroes, and we send all our closing documents in.
Yeah.
And so that actually goes to the title company. So when they do the title, the Alta statement, which is what you get at closing to tell you how much you've got to bring, how much you are getting back.
Gotcha.
So that's included in that statement. And so that gets sent to Homes for Heroes, and they actually send a check to the client. And so it can either be in the form of an e-check, so they can get it online, and then just, how you snap a picture and deposit it, or it can be mailed to them.
That's pretty
either
cool.
one. So they can use it for whatever they need to.
Yeah. So how did you guys get involved in doing this? We know it's part of Exit Realty and something you guys offer working for that real estate company. But how did you guys get to be the two that are here sitting
Yeah.
Right.
talking about it?
Let Elizabeth go. She's
Right.
spearhead.
So when I first started with Exit Realty, Bob Lamb and Associates in real estate, I wanted to do something that felt really genuine to me. And so I have a lot of family members who are veterans. My grandfather and uncle are Marines. I have cousins who are in the National Guard and Army. And on my husband's side, his father was in the Army. His uncle was a boom operator in the Air Force. And his grandfather flew 32 missions in World War II.
That's amazing.
I also have so many teachers and healthcare workers in my family as well. So I wanted to be able to give back through real estate to those communities of people because I know that they give so much of themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
It covers a gamut of people.
Yeah.
It really
It's not-
does.
It really does.
Heroes does not just mean military in this case.
Correct. So this is current military, veterans, law enforcement, firefighters, and paramedics, healthcare workers, and teachers.
Nice.
So anyone in those categories can receive a thank you check after closing.
Wow.
And so we are we are Homes for Heroes affiliates, and I also created a division within our brokerage, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb and Associates, where those agents specifically are Homes for Heroes agents, and we specialize in those communities. So we also work with lenders who are VA loan specialists, because it really makes a huge difference who you work with, particularly with the VA loan.
Absolutely. I have an insurance background. That's what my company is. I own an insurance agency. So it's very important when it comes to VA loans, your mortgage
Absolutely.
lender you're working with, that's for, and your realtor, that they understand that too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think one thing about Homes for Heroes, when I joined up with Elizabeth, so my background is healthcare. I worked in radiology for years at Stonecrest Medical Center. And so when I became a realtor, was talking with Elizabeth, and she sort of my mentor, I guess you could say. I don't know. We kind of connected when I first joined the brokerage, but she said, do you have a passion about anything? Well, what's your passion? And I said, well, I have a background in healthcare. I have family that were veterans as well. And so she told me about Homes for Heroes, and I said, that's wonderful. Like, that's just awesome that we could provide that benefit to buyers and sellers. And as I'm out there talking to potential clients and buyers and sellers, they don't know about the program. And so our mission, Elizabeth and I, is to try to get the message out.
Yeah.
to everyone about the benefit, and hopefully they can take advantage of it.
Well, let's do that. How do you get the message out?
Right. How do the people get involved?
Well, we're here.
Yeah.
Right? This
So
helps.
call that.
They
We're
can
help.
call
This
one of
helps.
us. Yeah.
Yeah, Elizabeth.
And I also have a website. It's fidelishomestn.com. And so you can go on that website and find out all about our division and Homes for Heroes as well. There's a link on there to find out more information.
Or Facebook. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram,
Yep,
all the socials.
everywhere.
All the socials.
All the letters.
Yeah,
all the
exactly.
letters. Well, it's
Exactly.
important as a realtor to get to know your client, and if a realtor
Exactly.
doesn't know about this program, they can't offer it to their clients. So you guys really specialize in not only saying, "Hey, I know you want to buy a house. Let me show you some walls and some grass."
Right.
You guys go a step further to help them along in their journey.
Yep. And so to kind of explain the process, you know, if we have someone in that hero community that works with us, and they buy or sell, a percentage of that purchase price or sale price is considered in how they, I guess, the final number with the check. But we give 30% of our compensation towards Homes for Heroes, and that's how the check is generated. So and part of that, and I guess you can explain the other piece of it, the percentage of that 30% goes to nonprofits for Homes for Heroes.
Yeah.
Right. So, like Chad said, 30% of our compensation goes to the Homes for Heroes organization, and part of that is used to provide the thank you check to our clients. And then another portion is given to the Homes for Heroes nonprofit organization, and they use that money to provide grants for other nonprofits that support veterans and first responders.
That's really cool. So let me ask you this, because a lot of things like this, there's some red tape that you have to go through. Not to get too far in the weeds, is there like a particular income you have to qualify with to get this, or you just have to be one of these categories of?
Just one of the categories.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just in one of those categories, so it's really, really broad.
Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
common. That's not common
Yeah.
with the
Right.
organizations
Exactly.
like
There's 90,000 people in Rutherford County who qualify to be a Homes for Hero client.
this. Wow.
And actually, on the website of the Homes for Heroes, it says, "Seriously, no red tape." They kind
That's
of
so
reiterate
funny.
that, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what we try. You know, when you look at certain, you know, programs like this, you know, there is red tape, right?
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
You have to qualify, but not for Homes for Heroes. Just be a hero in these communities.
Wow.
Work with us and get some free money.
Yeah.
So I just want to say, to make sure I understand, so when a hero buys a house, they get the check. But if somebody who isn't part of that circle uses you as a realtor, part of your commission, your compensation, goes to help other people. So you can be a hero, buy a house by using you as realtors.
Well, so with the Homes for Heroes, when you're part of that hero community, when you're our client and you're a part of that community, then our compensation goes
Yeah,
to Homes
a
for
portion of
Heroes.
that, yeah.
If you're not in one of those particular communities, then it does not go to Homes for Heroes, but we still provide the most professional, you know, experience for you. We look out for you. We advocate for you in the best way possible, whether you're purchasing a home or selling your home. And we partner with lenders who you really specialize in, whether it's a VA loan, if you are in the hero community. For veterans, we specialize in lenders with that VA loan expertise. Or if you're a teacher, there are a lot of loan programs out there specifically for teachers and for healthcare workers too. There's loans for physicians who might have some student loan debt, but there are specific loans that don't take that into consideration when they're looking at all your paperwork for the loan.
Yeah.
Well, fantastic. Well, thank you so much for being here today. We really do appreciate it. And if
Thank
any
you.
of you guys out there need a realtor and you qualify for this, reach out to either Chad or Elizabeth. They'd be more than happy to help you and get you some extra money if you're a
Yes,
hero buying a
that's
home.
right.
Yes.
And if you buy and sell, you can double up. So
Right, you get two
Yeah.
checks.
Get 2 checks. So if you buy and sell a home with us, or sell and buy, whichever one you want.
Well, thank you again very much to Elizabeth and
Thank
Chad.
you. Thank you, Rachel.